Are we good?
Just a little minute, a few seconds.
Okay, no problems. Shall wait.
Yes.
Welcome to today's session. I'm very excited. I love this topic because we know how much it takes to run a business. Practically every cell of our bodies, contribute to the success of our business success. And if we are not there with that energy and taking care of ourselves in every possible sense, that can cast a shadow on what we achieve in our business. Because if you can't lead like a queen um, when you are running on crumbs and caffeine, right? So let's see what we are covering in this session, which is the seventh time we are going live. So that's something we're celebrating. This is not your average self-care chat. This is about powerfully embodying your next level through how to treat the most valuable asset in your business, which is you. So you are the brand, you are the energy, you are the strategy, you are everything in your business. Everything depends on you. And when your energy is low, your content falls very, very flat as well. Even if you are doing a piece of writing, any type of content, whether it's an email or a post or a blog post, anything or your headline, that will reflect that energy that you are going through when you are creating these things. So it's really, really important to start on a good note. And because your clients feel it, whatever your vibrations and frequency is, and your momentum will definitely take a hit. So today, let's talk about recharging, resetting, and realigning. So you are in your most fabulous, feminine, and high vibe way possible. And I'd like to circle back to the feminine because we get so many beating up for the way we are women, usually about our emotions. And just something personal, I watched the movie a couple of nights ago, The Skincare, and honestly, shame on Hollywood because that poor business owner was highlighted as a hysterical, overreactive, dumb person who made a lot of mistakes and paid a big price at the end. Some things worked out well, but not to her favor. Someone else benefited from it. And oh my gosh, and how men just get away with lots of things in higher positions. And, this is a very, very old school um, mentality and attitude. And I was really upset at the end of the movie. I just did not like it one bit. Um, so that's why I want to highlight to celebrate what we have, because being feminine and having emotions, we can use these things to our advantage and we can show the world that it's not a bad thing at all. So let's talk about um, at the beginning. So how can you use your energy levels in your business? Because I believe that even with your work environment, you need to create a space where you can flourish and you feel good, you feel happy and creative. That's why I have lots of things around me. I have beautiful fairy light that you can't see on the side. I have a picture of high heels. I have a beautiful mosaic saying love, and it's yellow and kind of silver. And I have a beautiful painting with a flower head on a woman's hair, and you know, and the view from my office window, as you see, and the space, these all contribute to my energy levels. I don't come into a space that I dread. I come into a space that I really enjoy. So you can have the best lunch plan, the prettiest Canva graphics, and a flawless funnel. But if your body is exhausted and your soul is dry, none of it will land with your audience. So who here or who is watching the replay or right now has tried to build an empire by secretly burning out or bloated or barely hydrated? It's not going to happen, right? So let's reframe everything. Let's approach everything from the what can I do about it? How can I make it better side of things? So I want you to embrace this. And my favorite saying is my body, my temple. So every single day you have to honor your body because your body is not a sidekick. She is the CEO of your company with you, right? She's letting you do so many things if you treat it right. The way you fuel yourself, the way you move, how you rest, how you love your own body and own self shows up in your clarity, your visibility, your confidence, your content, your decisions, and in your leadership. So I talk about emotional intelligence a lot because it's also so important how we handle challenges and difficulties or being extremely busy and overloaded, overwhelmed. If something happens out of our control, how do we handle them? Do we handle them like a queen with grace and calm and brainstorming and seeking a solution, or do we freak out and we say, oh my gosh, I'm doomed, I should be stopping what I'm doing because I'm not good at it and everything is against me, right? So mind, body, soul, they are so important and interconnect on more than one level. Just let me give you a personal example. I've been really, really big on nutrition and exercise, movement, fresh air, all these things. And I honestly enjoy working out. It makes me feel so great, so empowered, so energetic during and after. But I fell off, I just got really busy for personal reasons and building two businesses parallel. So every day I felt today I should really start getting with it, even if it's just 5 minutes, just get back into the habit. And day after day, week after week, and then month after month, I was doing absolutely nothing. And it was really bothering me. I started the negative self-talk, oh, you are just saying it and you never get around doing it, and all the horrible things that started to chip away my credibility to myself. So it wasn't just feeling the effects of neglecting my body with exercise, it was the emotional effects as well. And yesterday I turned it all around. If you've seen my reels or posts or stories, I said, no, this is enough. This is it. I'm not going to put up with any more of this. So I joined the local gym that just opened. They had specials and it's brand new, it's massive, it has absolutely everything. And even in the morning when I went nearby for another reason, I was hesitating. Oh, how will I make it work? I'm already so busy. How can I go to the gym 3 times a week? That's the goal I set to myself. That's realistic. I used to go nearly every day, at least 5 to 6 days a week. But I no longer need to do that and I can't do it. So I set a realistic goal, but it still seemed very, time consuming. And I was sitting in the car, in the car park, still hesitating. Should I not? And I thought to myself, it's a must. Everybody relies on me, so many people, including my girls. And I owe it to them as well, not just to myself. And it's so important that I'm in tip-top condition. And I thought to myself, okay, girl, listen up. You stop complaining and whining. You walk in there like a queen, no hesitation, no second guessing, no questioning yourself. You just walk in there like you own that damn gym, okay? So I went in, I walked to reception, I signed up. I already had my towel and my drink bottle with me. I was in my gym outfit and I just improvised. I had no plan before because I didn't get that far. But I knew that I love leg days and they have the most amazing equipment for anything to do with legs and glutes. So I just improvised and I did an hour workout and then I was, cooling down and stretching and all those things. And I still feel the effect. And I can't wait now to go tomorrow again. So I want you to keep it in mind that once again, I say it so many times, but it's our responsibility to make time for these things, to prioritize ourselves because we are non-negotiable. We shouldn't be, right? We can't always be pushed down um, to the bottom of the list and just fulfill everyone's needs around us. So say this with me. I don't push, I pause. So get into the rhythm of your life, your work, your body, your mind, and work with it instead of against it. Because there are so many ways to build these things into what we are already doing. It doesn't always have to be something that I allocate separate time for. There are many beautiful ways to make these things work. So, because we want to have this sustainable power and we don't want to make it an endless hustle, right? So, think about these things. What is it you do that you can combine a short workout with? By you are watching a 20 minutes something on TV, or I don't know why you are preparing something, or why you are cleaning. Actually, I've done that myself. I was doing some random exercises while I was cleaning the house. So what is it you can do? Or are you, can you do a walk, you know, uh, 10, 15 minutes walk instead of taking the car, to somewhere. So just invent things that can work for you. So let me tell you the 5 feminine energy pillars which I know you already know, and some of them seem so basic, yet we have to remind ourselves from time to time that yes, these things are important and we tend to forget about them sometimes. So let's build it up again. So hydration, simple enough, right? But I think it's a common struggle to drink enough water throughout the day, but it's so important for focus. Um, So if you are drinking water like you are building your empire, then you will be fine. Um, because even a mild dehydration can cause you brain fog, mood swings, scattered energy. It's just amazing. It's even more important than food. So here is a CEO hack for you. A glass water bottle on your desk or a bigger cup like mine. Been drinking, you see it was full. Um, and sip it away while you are working, creating content. And then the movement that will make you magnetic. Why is that? Because everything is better than stiff and stagnant. I always say this because movement creates energy, right? Even if we had this camera that shows the body temperature and the energy, the aura around us is always more, when we are moving around. So it's really important to take breaks, or even in the chair, you can have a little dance or a little stretch, anything you fancy. It's just the main thing is don't keep your body stiff and still for a very long time, because everything will become stagnant with it. Everything will become harder, creating that content, to come up with a new idea, to direct your team, what you need them to do next. So yeah, you can, like, my favorite thing to do is when I realize that I've been sitting enough, So actually, I have a kneeling chair that you don't see, but I can lift up my desk as well, and I can stand. So it's just a switch of a button. It's easy enough to do. And I also started using a Swiss ball, a big exercise ball to sit on, because that's, much easier on the body. It's bouncy and soft, and, you can naturally move with it because it's not a still thing. Once again, it's not hard. And so it will move around you, underneath you a little bit, and you move with it. So that's great. And I also go to the furthest bathroom in the house, not to the nearest one, because then it will mean that I do a couple of hundred steps back and forth until I do that. Um, and once again, people will pick up on this energy that you have and transfer into your business and content, right? The third one, nourishment, nervous system, and the nervous system power, brain food. When my girls were in primary school and at the very first couple of years, they always had this break apart from, so it wasn't just the morning tea and the lunch. Before morning tea, they had a brain food short break, or sometimes they didn't even stop, just they were at their desk or wherever they were placed in the classroom, and they had a little container dedicated for that. And they were just, having a couple of bites of those brain food, um, just to keep them going, because our brains perform so much on the unconscious level as much as we do actual thinking and creating throughout the day, that of course we need to power it up. So eating real food versus, the junk food that we can buy, and they are so easily available and very delicious, unfortunately, until we train our taste buds that they are not that good for us. We feel very differently about them. And I'm not saying it's a crime to eat those things sometimes, but we don't live on them. So if you eat real food, you are being a regulated leader as well. So no one wants to be sold to by someone riding on a sugar crush, right? So you want to have this nice level when we are, steady and always reliable. And then the next pillar is rest, that equals radiance. Okay, now this is the hardest, I think. Sleeping enough in today's busy world is something that is not coming easy. I know I'm struggling with it. I'm a mother, I'm a CEO twice, and there are so many things that need to be done. But I set this goal um, from the beginning of the year, not really like a New Year's resolution, because they are usually just forgotten in a short amount of time after the new year. But I really, really wanted to improve a lot of things in my life regarding work-life balance. Although that doesn't really exist, but that's a completely different topic. But you know what I mean if I say this. So I wanted to improve my sleep. So just practically work less and sleep a little bit more, or even before going to bed, just watch something that entertains me or keeps my mind occupied on a completely different level, so I can just switch off and get lost in someone else's story. And that's what I've been doing actually. So it's already May here in New Zealand, 1st of May. And it makes a big difference. So that's really important to have enough sleep. So we radiate the good energy, we glow, and we perform better. We are more pleasant for everyone to be around, because we are not lazy, doing nothing for a little bit, allocating more time for that. It's really, really precious. So when you are rested, you glow, you speak better, you decide faster. That's really important. Uh, and hey, girl, there is nothing wrong with napping during the day, okay? I know people tease me when I tell them, oh, you had a nanny nap. Like, okay, call it whatever you want. That was the sweetest 40 minutes of my week because I do it, as needed. And nothing wrong with that. So nap like a woman who knows she's building a legacy. Okay, you need that. And that's okay. I give you permission if you if you are hesitating or putting it off. And then the last one is the mindset and emotional intelligence. That is how you can make $1 million decisions. So what do we do with that? We touched based on it at the beginning. So first of all, catch your thoughts because we fly on autopilot uh, so many times with so many things. And just, oh, okay, hang on, actually, what did I just say to myself? What was I thinking? And you can even journal your patterns. Is there any trigger points? Is it something that really, really comes back many times? And just the next step from that is to flip the coin. But it's really important to do it without judgment because that will just cause resilience internally within us. So saying, "Ooh, okay, so I'm doing this. Um, what will help me to achieve this and that?" Right? So we just try to find a different approach, a different solution. That's all we do. And giving ourselves a lot of love in the process and a lot of grace because we are learning something new. And it's a big thing to change habits and belief systems and shifting thinking. So give yourself time and grace, and things will come. Um, and when we have, for example, hard conversations, we need to handle them like a woman who knows she's in it for the long game, right? So we don't look at things as temporary. We think of the long-term effects. So which of these is your personal energy leak right now? Hydration, movement, nourishment, rest, or mindset and emotional intelligence? I'm not saying you are not emotionally intelligent at all, but there are always things that we can improve upon if we know that we need to improve them and what they are. So share with me in any form, even if you are watching a replay, what what is your energy leak? Where do you lose it? Where do you struggle? Let me have a little hydration. I'm going to, because I never let you go without actual steps. So what is the daily glow up ritual that you can do? Okay, so still a couple of ideas or the full package from here. Wake up and ask yourself, what does my business need from me today? And what does my body need to give it? Okay, so what does my business need from me today? And what does my body need to give it? Then have hydration, so important after, I hope at least 8 hours sleep if we are lucky, although everyone's needs are different. I'm doing about 7, and when I'm tired, I'm doing 8 or 9 as a catch-up sleep. So it's a long time, right? Even if it's just 6, 7 hours, we don't drink. So hydrate, move, even if it's just 5 minutes, just do something simple, walk around, do some stretching, something gentle to wake up the body. And the best way for the mind is starting with gratitude, just stacking up all our blessings and what we already have. It can be as little as possible. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be big, right? Little things make us happy. And some little things we take for granted. So it's a good reminder to us to see how privileged and blessed we are. And then after gratitude, setting some intentions. So your day is not going to hijack you. You are in control. You dictate what's going to happen. And just set one business priority. And of course, we are talking about business, but it always comes with life. Um, because we are human, we don't just do business. We have lots of things happening in life. So you can set a personal goal for the day, and the business priority, and just focus on one thing each day. And you may end up doing different things, but it really helps to calm your brain down. I often feel so overwhelmed because I know, oh my gosh, I have to do this and this and this and this today, and I have to go that place, and then I have to drive, and then I have to meet, and I have to stay, and I have to create, and all these things are just like monkey brain. Let's just have one goal, one priority. And if we can manage things after that one is complete, that's a bonus. But versus setting 10 different things and failing because it's impossible in the first place, that will make us feel down that, oh my gosh, I haven't done this and this and this today. So always focus on the positive. And then when you have alignment, internal alignment, that's how you attract people to you. Because everyone likes these qualities, right? When someone is calm, collected, cool, easy, going with the flow. There is nothing, stressful or any negative emotions attached. That keeps more attractive for people. So you become the magnet. But when you are exhausted, you catch yourself chasing everything, chasing your list, chasing clients, chasing goals, and everything feels so different. Okay, so that was the message for today. And I really would like to hear your feedback and what you thought, what was your biggest takeaway, and what you are going to implement from this one. Because all kudos to you, on top of being woman, a mother, and everything to everybody, you are also running a business. And you are not given the luxury to have the support, or I hope you have some, through parents or friends or other relatives to help you with your day-to-day life things, like having the children from time to time, or picking them up for you, or taking them out for a little. I do hope you have that luxury, but even with that one, if you do, on top of all of this, running a business is a giant task. So you are doing really well, and keep it up. But don't forget about yourself, how important it is to honor your mind and body and soul in the process as well. And this is why the Business Growth Accelerator membership for 12 months is so, so exciting, because you have a community where you see others, what they are doing. You learn from them as much as you learn from the weekly sessions and the material provided. But what I'm most excited about, and it's brand new, it's not even on paper, it's just it's just a draft for me. But we are getting very close to the start date in middle of May, and um, I came up with a um, three level tier to make it accessible for everyone. So the first level will be the basics, when you have the material and the weekly coaching, the group coaching on an entry level. Then whoever wants to take it to the next level, we do higher level networking, and just leveraging each other's connections. And in the last tier, we'll have the mastermind, where we really, really take it to the next level. But obviously, each phases will take you to go through certain steps to get to that level, and they will all have different price tags as well to suit everyone's needs financially as well. So just bear with me on this one. I will need a little time to create the information for this properly, but I'm really, really excited, and I still keep my offer that the VIP onboarding bonus, the one-on-one call, content or brand audit, that's all yours for free with joining up. So bear with me. I will send out more information about this. So let me finish on a good note again and wrapping up today's session that your $1 million energy isn't a someday thing. You don't have to wait. It's a daily decision. You have it now already in you. You just have to decide that you are going to use it and embrace it and take it up. To show up for yourself first so your business can rise with you. Thank you so much. I can't wait to hear your feedback about this session. Ciao for now.